Alright. Let's, so, I should probably be, yes, I get this. I should probably mention this, seeing as, for anybody watching on YouTube, it might be kind of confusing what's going on. I actually have no idea exactly where the last episode ended. It was somewhere around here. I might have even already done this, I'm not really sure. But effectively...
I'm sorry.
Effectively, the last time I played this, I played it for like 4 hours straight. The first 2 hours were fairly fun and easy to work with and, you know, not too problematic. The second 2 hours of it was pure, just frustrated anger. These guys, this bandit has like an AC of 18 and has like a +8 to hit or something like that. It's nonsense how strong some of these enemies are. We're gonna rebalance some things while we're here. Do we have another heavy shield? Yeah, let's get rid of her tower shield. She is too inaccurate to do anything useful. Same thing with her. Let's switch over to the Masterwork Light Mace. I don't think I have the +1 longsword. Let me double check. I do have the +1 longsword. Let's give it to her. But these characters are too inaccurate early on to actually do any damage. And, like, we need that plus to hit. I might even give him the Masterwork Light Mace. I'll think on that one. Because I think... well, actually, I have no idea how Masterwork works in Pathfinder and stuff. But anyway, so... I couldn't hit anything. And they were just destroying me. And apparently, coup de grace and, like, sneak attacks barely even work in this game to begin with. Like, they have a almost perfectly functional CRPG, but they forgot some mechanics, and then they threw the balance out like crazy with some extra bugs. And so, like, I actually have a negative review on the Steam page for this game saying, you know, if this game was a real-life tabletop game and it was being DM'd by someone like a real-life human, I would leave in the second section and never talk to them again because it was that bad. And so I'm hoping... I've turned down the difficulty considerably, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. And if that's too easy, then I'll turn it up again. And if it's too hard, then I'll turn it down. I'm just going to fine-tune it until they fix it. And fine-tune it until I have fun and can progress with the game. Because the alternative is I rage quit this game and never come back. And I'd like to give it a little bit more of a fair shake. Because I'm actually liking it a lot more than Pillars of Eternity 2. Just because, like, it's a more down-to-earth story so far. Whereas Pillars of Eternity was nuts right from the get-go. And I was like, I'm lost. Anyway, let's try and kill this necromancer, because he sucks. If you notice, that's some damage to him. There's no coup de grace. Effectively, what I... Normally in D&D, what you could do is take your entire party, for this, walk up to these enemies, and shank them in their sleep, and they take auto crits. And it would just do tons of damage. Not in this game. Anyway, we should probably pause for a second. Okay, so the bandit's armor class is 15. That seems reasonable. I have a +3 to hit. The bandit has a +4 to hit. And has... Yeah, this actually almost seems fair. But yeah, like, on the original difficulty that I had previously, I lost half the time. This rogue would just murk my entire party, and it wasn't great. Like, even now, Amiri actually took a fair amount of damage. But at least that's manageable compared to what it was. Okay, right. We want to grab all of the immediate loot. Because there's a lot here. This game seems loud. Yeah, it just randomly picked up the sound. Oh, I know why it seems loud. Let me fix that for everybody. I turned everything up for Dungeons 3 and Valkyria Chronicles 4. And forgot to actually turn it down for this. Okay, so that was possible. Let's actually try and get up here. Maybe we can fight the warg now, if we're lucky. So can I see what difficulty you're on? I am currently on custom. We've got weak crits, moderately easier enemies. I could lower it even further, but I don't really want to. And 0.8 times damage. And then enemy difficulty is just weak. I like the idea of a properly challenging CRPG, but especially with how poorly these characters were built. Like, the idea of a character that uses a tower shield in combat, the idea of that's really cool. And I've had characters that worked it, but I didn't dare do the double tower shield build until I actually had enough enough of an attack bonus that it was worthwhile. Otherwise, she's just there to tank hits and never die. But she still dies because she can't hit anybody, and the rest of the party dies in the meantime, and it's like, eh. You know, her with the oversized weapon. The idea of an oversized weapon is nice if your stats are great, but, like, her strength is 16. Like, that's not bad, but that's not enough to deal with a baseline -1 to hit. Same thing with her. Like, what's with the charisma? 15. It's nice from role-playing perspectives, but it's just like, what? Huh. There's a bunch of just kind of randos. They're not bad, but, if you're gonna give us a really hard game, whoops.
I'm not doing it wrong.
If you're gonna be giving us a really hard game, you more or less want the entire balance of the game. Yeah, you want to have an entire custom party, because yeah, I wouldn't mind like a particularly difficult game if you could finely tune everything. You know, give you a full party from the start, maybe like a rogue or a bard, 1 or 2 ranged spellcasters, 2 clerics, and then like 2 tanky characters or something like that. But it's like 2,000 gold a piece. A couple of people have actually said like, well, maybe you could have, you know, fans as your custom characters or something like that. And I like the idea of that, but the I'm not gonna put myself 10,000 gold in the hole. Kind of depends if I'd want to replace Lindsay, because she seems like the only kind of actual party member that matters. But like, I'm not putting myself 10,000 gold in the hole just to grab a custom party. At least not until I'm later on. You know, I forgot to heal her. I probably should have done that. I have very little. I guess we have heal living. I guess I'll just have her drink a potion. We might still lose to this group, to be totally honest.
Avenge me.
Yeah, I'm not seeing this fight going well for me.
Survive. I always survive.
Okay, let's just go back. Yeah, this fight is hard. I feel bad for him. He's gonna get destroyed. I was hoping with the new difficulty I wouldn't get destroyed, but no, I got utterly wrecked. So, we're not even gonna touch that fight, at least until I'm level 3. It just ain't worth it. Instead, let's go in here. I know there's that stupid entangle. I should probably heal Amiri before I go. We might actually want to camp out before I go in. Because last time I went in without, and that was stupid. Oh, don't tell me. Can we camp? Please tell me I can camp. Okay, we might be able to hunt. For rations. Let's manage. Move her over to hunting. Because we need rations. Okay. We've got some five rations. Hopefully we don't get attacked, but I guess I don't mind if we do. But we need our spells back before we go back in that cave. Because the last time I tried this, I ran into problems. To aside from you. We should be able to hunt. I hope so. Yeah. Shockingly, this game doesn't care. I guess I probably should kill the deer and the elk. I haven't because it feels weird to just kill neutral creeps. And they're probably not even worth that much EXP. But yeah, so as far as the, like, lost 2 hours of footage of me being rather angry at this game, I don't know if people want me to put that up or not. The problem is, like, effectively, if I'm ever actually mad at a game, even though I might actually be entirely justified in my opinions, people still get really pissed at me for it. And, you know, get sick of me being mad at it. So I have effectively 2 hours of, like, debatably useful footage. I'm like, I really wish I could get rid of that trap. At 18 EXP per. Okay, yeah, probably isn't worth grabbing those. It's the best camping mechanic I've seen in a game. Yeah, there's so many good ideas. The camping mechanics, you know, a lot of the expression of, like, the D&D mechanics. I haven't seen stuff as good as this since, like, Temple of Elemental Evil. Which I really liked. That was a fun game. But the balance, man. But yeah, hopefully this is a more reasonable difficulty. If it's not, we'll keep turning it down. I don't know. Because I don't want a cakewalk, but I don't want to have to rest after every single fight and quick save after every single fight. That's not really my idea of
Serves you right.
super fun. Hated that interface. Yeah, I mean, Temple of Elemental Evil had its faults, but I really enjoyed the actual, like, core gameplay of it. Seems like something or someone tried to gnaw through the frames, sometimes successfully. What's Gatekeeper Quaggy? Daisy, come, good girl. The Gatekeeper notices you and her face lights up. She turns away from her pet centipede. Greetings, ally. You come. Warrior Badal wait for you. Gatekeeper sighs in delight. Queen, beauty is little centipede. Do you know where the kobold shaman Tartuk is now? Shaman Purplehide? No, not. He run our hole. Throw magic. Queen chase him. Queen know where he is. Where he. Okay, what lies ahead? Hole under old sycamore. Here live might and our animal. Careful, some animals still wild. Their deep hole, very dangerous. Up was kobold passage, but now broken. Kobolds drop stones, we lift bridge. No passage, sad. Rich chest, live passage. Big treasure, all lost now. How do I get to this broken passage? Lower bridge bad, shaman Purplehide. Run away on bridge. Gatekeeper thinks for a while. Ally make trade, yes? You want passage. I want pretty helmet. You go lower passage deep. There lie a big dead spider. Our great hero mount it until die. Bring me this bug jaw, and I give you lever for bridge. You take chest with loot, I make helmet of spider. Sweet. Cool. Okay. And we gotta fight. Whoops. Almost knocked over my cup. Well, I did knock over my cup. Caught it before it fell down. Well, so far this seems to be working significantly better. The other problem with, like, extreme difficulty in games is it's particularly miserable, trying to play, like, it's particularly miserable trying to play CRPGs, when they're really hard as a YouTuber. Because, to begin with, most people don't even want to watch CRPGs, unfortunately. I've gotten lucky with this series, I would say. Might Guardsman. Sentinels, Might Priest. Where's the map? Doesn't look like any of them actually have names. I'm gonna try and only talk to named units and stuff. I wish you could hunt for extra rations. I'm surprised that we found the equivalent of 5 rations, but I guess it just doesn't carry over. Get out of here. Should probably get rid of that. But like I'm surprised that you couldn't just spend like 8 hours hunting for rations in general, and you have to buy them always. Speaking of, we should actually turn that on. But, like, most people generally don't want to watch a CRPG that much. Usually what happens is, like, if I do a series on a CRPG, the first video gets, like, a ton of views, and then after that, none do, because most people just kind of want to figure out if the game's good or not, and then they don't actually stick around for the series. And it sucks for me, because, like, I grew up with these games. I'd love to do series on them, but, the idea of being stuck in a game for 100 episodes is scary. Especially when everybody, like, checks out. Especially if you're stuck dying over and over and over and over again. Anyway, hello! Her Majesty Warrior, Queen Badal, welcome her ally chamber. Or ally her chamber. Just on time, my ally. I don't remember their voices, it was like a week ago. Shaman Purplehide, pass vicious magic under our nose, and run sacred Sycamore Hall. Ye have relic key, kobold steal our relic. We can follow not. You help us? I don't get to Sycamore Hall. My guard led you through a door, but you need relic. There are 2. 1, have Purplehide, whereas 2nd, I know not. Think Kobold Chief. How may I help in your war? You defeat Chief Stootscale. I reward you generous. Kobolds fools all. Without Chief, we win. Want myself cut his silly old head. But he not come fight. Maybe coward. Maybe clever. Nah. Okay. I could fight the kobolds. Or I could just kind of not fight them. I don't know. Either works. Okay, so we gotta go talk to the kobolds up here. Supposedly there's more loot in this area, but I don't actually know if there is. Let's check this area first. Ah, there's one. Yoink. Knights present their queen with the most valuable loot, along with the least broken junk. Okay, so we've got a little bit more loot here. I wanna... It's probably that bag, maybe? I don't know. So Dark Souls scares me as a series. Dark Souls less so, but yeah. I don't like doing series where I'm gonna get stuck forever, and Dark Souls is definitely one of those. I enjoy Dark Souls as a co-op game as long as we're not getting invaded too much. Because that gets miserable when you're just getting mobbed by people over and over and over again. But there's a very distinct reason why I've never done a complete series on Bloodborne on my channel. I don't enjoy refighting the same boss over and over and over again past like the third or fourth time, especially if you have to play through the whole level. I prefer games where it's like, you just restart at the beginning of the boss fight and you just go and go and go and go until you beat it. Or you get sick of it and then you quit. But like, I think the Dark Souls formula works really, really well if you're committed to it. But for me, I'm like, if I'm stuck here for too long, I'm gonna get bored. It's not that I'm gonna get bored easily, but I've got so many other games. And, like, it's so much easier for me to play games that don't intentionally torture me or, like, waste my time. If that makes sense. Because, yeah, Oh, hello. There's a lot of games out there. Wow, we just found Secret Butter. That's a new one. There's a ton of games out there every single day. I think... Tomorrow I've got, like, some kind of weird anime management sim, and, like, day after that I've got a game called Cthulhu Tactics, which sounds really cool. I have no idea what it's about, but I think it's, like, World War II, where the Nazis managed to get their hands on, like, Eldritch Horrors, which, like, that sounds really cool to me. And, like, you know, I'd love to actually have as much time to fit all of these games in, because there's interesting games out there. And it's always terrifying to, like, pick up a game and it's like, by the way, this is gonna be, like, 100 hours long, and I'm like, oh no. That's, like, 100 hours long, and it is anywhere between, like, 100 and 200 episodes, depending. On, like, how much time I get, like, mired in them. And, like, I did that with Persona 5, and it's a little worrying, doing stuff like that again, because it's just like, yeah... That was on my channel for half a year, and then went on a hiatus because I hit the stupid embargo, and then I decided, you know what, screw it, I want to beat this game, I want to see the end of it, so I came back to it. It was still like 160, 170 episodes, where the like last quarter of the game, maybe it was like the last 3 months of the game. Year I condensed down, you know, every episode was like two and a half hours long. Made life a little bit easier for the editing part, but boy, recording all of that is rough. And then you have to take into account I've got Dragon Quest and Valkyria Chronicles and like 3 other games at the same time. It's like, oh, yeah, keeping up with all these games gets rough after a while. I totally understand why most people only ever play like 3 games a year. That's why I get really excited when I get like short indie games, because I'm like, yeah. I never watched my Persona 5 playlist. Sorry. That's totally understandable. It's like, you only have so much time, might as well watch, play, what you actually want. But I will always, you know, have that, like, stupid balancing act. And I figure I might as well be upfront about it, and I know a lot of people get, like, you know, be like, too much back end! Oh, hey, we're in the Kobold area. Oh. Ally, come join us. Greetings, ally. We try name. Best get reward. You play too, yes? Chaotic evil. Awful neutral. You can't use a living creature as a target, even as an enemy. Let this kobold go. The mites grumble, annoyed. You friend our beautiful queen. We listen you. We catch other kobold anyway. Huh. Your XP bonus. Well, that's fine. But yeah, Wandersong, for instance. I liked Wandersong. That game was shockingly long, though. Like, that was a 20-hour game. I did not honestly expect it to be 20 hours long, but it was. Okay. Wooden suspension bridge. Perhaps it saw frequent use back in the days when the mites and kobolds lived in peace. Unfortunately, we're missing a piece, so I can't get across to this side. So I guess we gotta go down. Is this... Yeah, it looks like this is the way down. So let's head down. It should be a lot easier this time around. But yeah, Wandersong, Time Spinner. I was less enthused about Time Spinner by the time I hit the end of it. But it was short and to the point, and I'm done in 18 episodes. It's not bad. Wandersong's gonna be like 30, 40. Which really caught me by surprise. I straight up thought we'd be done with that game in, I think it'd be about 30. I thought we'd be done with that game in like 6 to 10 hours, but no, it kept going. And it never lost quality. I will admit that's part of the reason why I wanted to be a spellcaster in this game. CRPGs have the unique position of remaining relatively interesting throughout the entire game because the mechanics keep evolving. You know, as a spellcaster especially, you get interesting new gear. I mean, everybody does. But spellcasters get all sorts of new toys every single level. And it's not like, new, bigger fire spell. You know, fire, Fyra, Faraga. And while I like, you know, that system in the Final Fantasy games, it's kind of one of those where it doesn't feel terribly exciting unless you've got, like, some kind of crazy materia system to work with. And admittedly, the materia system in 7 was pretty sweet. Same thing with the... Okay, so what is this? I haven't... Okay, that's like some kind of weird escape. Let's just take it. Where does this take us? Oh. Mite Hermit. Mite watches you angrily and hisses. Well, that seems meaningless. Yeah, supposedly there's another party member here. Let's see, did I ever get the post-game secret for Wandersong? Nope. I was gonna re-record that. I was gonna record that once I'm like, well, once I have some free time. Because unfortunately, I've been going on a lot of long walks lately. My goal this year is to lose like 30 pounds, kind of passively, and I haven't been very good at it. I've only lost about 10. But so it's been eating up some of my free time as I go on extremely hungry walks.
You see that?
The room is surely the oldest, most forgotten place in the dungeon. A layer of dust lies thick as a blanket. Inscription reads, in praise of Taldor and the brave warriors of the 5th Army of Exploration. Fallen but remembered in honor. Below is a year 2014, Year of Enthronement. Huh. Okay. Okay. I might have to find another thing around here. But yeah, 10 pounds is still nice. Yeah. When I first met Shell, when I first started dating Shell in 2010, I was 160 pounds, and then that year I decided to start weightlifting. I bulked up a lot, like about 35 pounds worth. 30 pounds worth. I think I went 160 to 195, but like a lot of it went to my arms, which was cool. I was like, yeah, I'm burly. And then I went on study abroad and lost a lot of weight again. And then I came back, and then it was senior year, and I was working a full-time job and a student at the same time. That is not pleasant. Oh, skeletons. That is not a pleasant experience. Working 40 to 60 hours a week, plus, 40 to 60 hours a week, plus, whatever, you know, homework I had. It was especially rough when I hit finals. It was bad when I hit finals. Guess I'll just give her a club. We're not going to do a whole lot of damage here, but it's better than nothing. And she... Unless... No, that's a spear. I guess I could give her a spear. Oh, wait, no, that's me. No. Let's give her a spear. Good luck. She's probably going to do no damage to them, but shooting into melee is bad anyway. I guess I could just give her the torch. I don't think we have any shields, do we? We do have a light shield. Alright. Good luck, Lindsay. Oh god, she can't hit anything for beans. Why? Oh, -1 strength, +1 size. Base attack bonus. Well, anyway, blunt weapons are better for skeletons? Yep. Oh, you need to step on a plate or... need to step on 2 of the plates near the wall before you can open it. Okay. I'll come back when we're a little bit better. Anyway, damage reduction. I don't remember if magic overcomes their blunt. I never understood the rules for that exactly. But anyway, let's see if we can fight this guy. Actually, while we're here... We got a massive damage AoE. We should use it. Okay, that worked incredibly well. This group would have been a concern, but channel energy is nuts. Alright, let's grab another one of these. I think most of this stuff is garbage. I was hoping we could find... Actually, a breastplate might not be a bad idea. I might be able to give that to one of my characters. Otherwise, it looks like it's just scimitars and stuff. Well, that was easier. Oops. Whole party. What's the button for a whole party? What do you do? No! Alright, whatever. We've been blessed. Okay, get it, Lindsay. Well, worked out fine. Anything else? Some loot. The statue is hewn from the rock, but with a hint of refinement. The inscription reads, "To our goddess Shellen, whose gifts we yearn for here in the darkness." What is the button to select the whole party? Nope. I actually don't know. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, so skeletons take 5 less damage, I believe, from slashing and piercing weapons. So you want to use clubs and blunt weapons and elements against them, if you can. It's backspace to select everybody. Really, odd choice. Kind of an inconvenient spot. I'm used to it being tilde. I can always switch it around. Okay, let's pause. Let's see. For starters, we do have +1 leather armor. Let's put that... No. What am I doing? Or does she already have the... Oh, she already has the +1 chain shirt. Okay, well that's good then. What does she have on? Banded mail. What's her dexterity? It's okay, but the banded mail is better than the breastplate. Breastplate's actually kind of good for high dex stuff. Let's see. Weapons. Because we're back to fighting the regular dudes. Where is her... Unfortunately, the visual differences between long swords and bastard swords not exactly as significant as I was hoping it would be. And I'm just gonna give her the masterwork light mace. Because, do I? No, we'll keep her in the back line. She at least has a chance to hit with the crossbow. Maybe the short bow. Do I have a... no, that's a composite longbow. I thought I had a composite short bow somewhere. I guess not that it matters. Her strength is actually worse. Okay. Oh, otherwise we've got the... Yeah, let's just do the masterwork, We'll just do the masterwork, light crossbow for this. The cruciform longsword is really a surprisingly versatile weapon. Rarely shown in video games. Because, yeah, you can use it to cut, pierce, and bash the target. Yeah, what was I playing? Kingdom Come Deliverance. I didn't play it for long. But there was a scene where the character's father whips out his sword. But, like, that sounded weird. He effectively flips his sword around and starts bashing them with the hilt. Which I actually thought was really cool.
I wrote it like
and, yeah, I'd actually love to see more games include that. And I know greatswords, for example, aren't actually even slashing weapons. They're kind of weird bludgeoning weapons that are just kind of meant to, like, wedge through armor weirdly. But yeah, you're generally never going to see that stuff in games. It'd be cool to finagle that in D&D. I definitely... Are you guys totally stuck? They're totally stuck. Okay. I had a DM once that allowed me to use the butt of my spear as a quarterstaff, which I think, like, is actually kind of in the rules. And, like, more stuff like that would actually be kind of cool. Hard to encode into rules without getting, like, kind of dense after a while. I think it would still be worth it. Alright, this is much faster. Might be too easy, but the problem is there's not enough fine-tuning on the stats that I could do. So I'm just gonna kind of plow through things. Grip is called half sorting, or mordhau, typically used for armored foes. Second best to a dedicated mace. Yeah, maces are scary. I always feel like D&D never quite, acknowledged how terrifying maces are in combat. Like, I think almost like it's backwards, the weapon system. Swords are given a fair amount of credence, and for a decent reason. But like maces, like cave-in skulls, helmets, armor, and like for some reason in D&D, scythes are like weirdly strong, and axes are also weirdly strong, even though axes are like fairly bad.
What's that?
Whoops. Like, axes are not meant for martial combat, and should not be used as such.
Just letting the ink dry. Applause,
Hey,
please.
she got it. So this is going much better. Admittedly, we haven't taken a hit in a while, but it's also kind of one of those, oh, right, this is the fight that wrecked me. Maybe I should actually consider using some spells here. Just for a bit. Yeah, this fight and the skeletal fight, were both, like, no-win fights. But it looks like nerfing the enemies a little bit, and then giving all of my characters heavier shields has made a massive difference. Speaking of, did I get any more, heavy shields? I did. Can I give one to her? Looks like I can. Sweet. More armor class! So yeah, if people want to yell at me when the game has been balanced better for the early game, yeah, also having a full rest first definitely help. Oh yeah, the hearty meal has made a massive difference. Because last time I was definitely just kind of mad at the game when I came into the cave. You know, I was already pissed off, so I was like, well, let's just see what's in here, and I just repeatedly threw myself at the game. Which, like, worked out fairly well. But yeah, this time around, the characters actually have spells, equipped well. I'm not angry, and I'm actually using my spells now, which I think I can shoot into melee with. Let me double check that. Acid Splash. Yeah, so there's no shooting into melee thing, and it's aiming for touch, which is really good. Oops. Hey, I think that's the lever we needed. I could try and take this. Let's do it. But remember it brings me somewhere. Please don't bring a scythe into combat unless you're a panicked peasant without the time to grab a proper weapon. And even then, you're better off actually just grabbing a shovel. Like, straight up, a shovel is a better weapon than a scythe. Because a scythe isn't meant to be wielded, swung, and has bad reach. And the blade is curved towards you. So, it makes it even harder to, like, hit people with. Whereas a shovel, you can bash people with shovels, you can stab them with shovels. You can even take a swing and hit them, you know, along the blade. And it'll do, like, stupid amounts of damage, like... A solid shovel is probably one of your better weapons, before you actually you actually start getting into, like, you know, actual weapon territory. Let's see, think I got a Cloak of Resist. I think I did too, yeah. I should probably manage some equipment. I was just hoping I could progress here for a little bit, because we're actually kicking ass. Like, I know it was a bit goofy, but I really liked, whoa, why does that keep happening? I really liked the chivalry in Far Cry 5. Like, that actually was really compelling and fun to use. Hard, though, considering, you know, how freaking Rudy-tooty gun and shooty the enemies were.
Would you look at that?
Okay, another secret passage. Actually, we should take it. They lead to, like, random spots. This one's actually worth something. We're getting a lot of... Oh! Headband of Inspired Wisdom. Okay, let's manage equipment for a second. Accessories. So... give that to the cleric. We have a Cloak of Resistance, who we give to... Jeez, I'm probably going to give it to him. We got rings. We also have Bracers of Armor, but we already have some. And then there's also Tartuccio's Present, which I think only the main character can wear, and I'm not going to put it on because that seems like a stupid idea. Can I get, date, newest to oldest, cool. So there's also a Wand of True Strike, and like a couple of magical items. I like the idea of the magical items in this game, but, some of them are like in pieces, and we have to wait until we can actually use those. What's this one say? Collapsed soil drags some buried treasure down with it. Someone's going to be disappointed when they find their hoard missing. So they will. Okay, the bracers also work now. It's mainly just a visual bug. Okay, so can you guys explain to me how Bracers of Armor work? Because I always thought Bracers of Armor provided the magical bonus of, like, you know, if your armor was +1, that would compete with Bracers of Armor, but it looks like it actually competes with your armor bonus, period. Which, like, I don't remember that, but maybe it's just different, or I just always did it wrong. I don't really know. Because, like, I've played Pathfinder, but it was kind of like a weird mosh between Pathfinder and, it was a weird mosh between Pathfinder and 3.5. Oh, there is some loot down here, and why does that keep happening? I have no idea. Oh, I can use WASD to pan around. Okay, I'm just going to do that instead. Trying to use middle click is not working great. But yeah, it was like a weird mosh of 3.5 because the mechanics were so similar. It was so easy to just be like, they're about the same, and we never looked at the greater rules. Okay, and the tabletop version directly competes with armor without limiting direct dexterity bonus. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Bracers of Deflection. Okay. There's the mandible. The dark waters of the underground lake provide no hint to their depth.